Okay, so I feel like I'm making the same video over and over again, but we just got yet another Ableton Move update with some welcome workflow improvements. Has it even been 6 weeks since the last update? Time flies so fast, man, it's just crazy. Now, it's not the promised auto filter update. I think that would come when Live 12.2 is out of beta, but it does make playing chords on Move a bit easier, but also don't get too excited, as it's not the proper chord mode that we all hope to see eventually. So the update in question is 1.4, and the thing that makes playing chords easier is the addition of the fourths layout for the in-key mode. I mean, not everyone is a chromatic mode ninja, right? I'm certainly not, I prefer to play on a keyboard. So the fourths layout is the default layout for the in-key mode on push, where each column of pads goes up in fourths. Now, if you don't know what a fourth is, I'd suggest you learn your intervals, but to simplify it, it's the fourth note of each scale. And this is great for melodies as well, as you can play the whole scale by going up these 3 columns. So we hit Shift and this button with the note icon beneath it. And we are now in chromatic mode. We switch to in-key mode. We've chosen the key of C minor. Now if we scroll down, we see it says octave. So this is the default layout for Move, where the whole octave or the whole scale is set horizontally. And if we hit the jog wheel, we now switch to the fourths layout. So basically each column goes up in fourths. This is our root note C, F, A sharp, D sharp, and so on and so forth. So we can either play melodies just by going up these 3 columns, or we can just play chords with just 3 fingers and the shape remains the same for whatever chord we want to play. This is a C minor chord, so this is the root note, the 3rd, and the 5th. If we want to add the 7th, it would be up here. Let's go an octave up. And the 9th is here, so if you want to play a 9th chord, you can play it like this. So again, not just for chords, everything is easier when you can just go up these 3 columns. For example, bass lines. So that's cool, but I hope that Ableton are working on an advanced chord mode. I mean, Flying Lotus himself requested that in a comment on Ableton's post, so they have to implement it at some point, right? Alright, on to the next addition. Previously, we had to go to session mode to create a new clip and record another musical idea, but it's now possible to add a new clip for the currently selected track in note mode, so you don't have to switch to session mode. And the way it's done is you hold Shift and you hit this button, and now we are on a new clip and can record another lead. And this automatically selects the newly created clip, so you can just start recording right away. So the next new feature, you may notice that the display now shows the face of the longest playing full bar clip when the transport is running and an empty clip is open in note mode. So this means that even if you don't have a clip playing for that particular track, you can still see where you are in your musical phrase at any given moment. And so this is very helpful with recording on the fly, or if you're using the MIDI capture feature, it helps you not get lost and keep track of where you are in your musical phrase. Another cool improvement, you can now quantize notes of certain pads instead of just all the notes in a clip. And this is done by pressing the Shift plus step 16 plus the pad that you want to quantize. So let's say I want to quantize my hi-hat. Shift, pad 16, and then I hit the pad with the hi-hat. And so it applies the quantization value that I've set in the quantization menu. Oh, but you can now also change the colors of tracks. You hold Shift, hit the button corresponding to that track, and it says color. So now you just press the jog wheel and you can just choose between all the available colors. And the last significant addition would be the ability to quickly change note length by pressing and holding the step that the note was recorded to, and then briefly pressing another step. So let's say this one. Let's say I want to make it shorter. So I hold this step and yeah, I don't know. Hitting this one makes it shorter. So basically whatever step you hit would mark the end of the note. Okay, cool. So I will link the release notes of this update in the video description down below. And by the way, just a quick reminder that my Ableton Live Pack Driftwave is now compatible with Ableton Move. You can get it again from the link down in the video description if you need some fat and punchy synth presets for your Move projects. In fact, these are the sounds that I used for the demo that I just did. But also, if the video was useful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you later.